122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
You guys from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Watch
Goodfellas Sports.
Goodfellas, bro.
Man, let's talk about Tyzu taking on, possibly taking on Tony Harrison. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. You know, notification, get notification. We go live or drop a video. So, put the hash brown down. So, Terence Crawford versus Tyzu. We talked about this on the live Monday a little bit. Yeah, some people saying Tyzu, had some people saying Terence Crawford. Probably had some people saying it's a pickle. It's all about how Terence Crawford, you know, can move up in weight. The 10's on. Can he take the punch? All questions, you know, when you move up in weight. You know, he gonna have to use his legs to beat Tyzu. I think it's going to be more, a little bit of that lateral movement that he showed against Victor Postal a little bit more. Maybe not a whole lot of it, but you know, he know how to throw combinations. He know how to use his legs. Tyzu said, you know, he would open to fight Terence Crawford. So I mean, it's money. You know, it's money. You know, I think Crawford do a good job of working the body. You know, it'll really have to be a performance in which he defused Tyzu and keep him off balance. You know, all tools he got, but he's an older fighter too. The weight will do him some good. You know what I'm saying? It'll do him a lot of good moving up. That 7 pound, you know, he been like made the adjustment where he planted more to get more power at 47, and it's working for him. You know, and he just walking guys, and you know what I'm saying? You know, he's sharp counter puncher. You know what I'm saying? You know, but this fight he might have to pick his legs up a little bit. I mean, with Floyd, he kind of went into that mode when he went to 40. He fought with no rhythm. He was more flat-footed. He had to get more respect moving up in weight. And when you move up in weight, the adjustments have to be made to your fight game. A lot of the time, you know. And Terence Crawford no different. You know, he made the proper adjustments. He's making the proper adjustments at 47. And like I said with Tyzu, you need to give him some movement, or you got to back him up and see if he can do something else. But you got to be one strong son of a gun to back him up. And if you ain't gonna do it with strength, you got to do it with feints, combinations, keeping them off balance, subtle movements. You know, it'll be a good fight. You got a guy that come forward. You seen Avenesian had some success versus Crawford coming forward. You know, Crawford took his time, didn't wilter under the pressure, and still was able to operate. A lot of these guys can't take pressure, and they don't know how to fight guys. They're doing under pressure. You see Crawford, he'll bang the stomach, he'll work up and down, he'll be sharp. But with Tyzu, you know, your defense is gonna have to be on point. You know, your speed, your combination punch is gonna have to be on point. I mean, you know, and you got to get his respect with some good shots. You know, but you got to put them. I think him putting them shots together, showing them some angles. You got to show some special effects for us to beat Tyzu, or you just got to push him back and see if he got some more to his game. That's the $1 million question. See if he got some more to his game, and he might not have nothing else to his game, honestly. You know, but if you push him back and he started boxing and shit, he might be in a bit of trouble. He might be in a bit of trouble, but it'll be a good fight. You know, Crawford, the Mel dropped that fight, that title he can't get, Errol Spence, might be a damn good fight. But I see, you know, if Tyzu was able to oppose his will on the front foot, it might just be a matter of time till we get him out of there too. But I say Crawford sparred Carlos Adames, and with interchangeable, you know, sparring partners. Seen him talk about how fighting bigger guys, you got to go out there and get the respect. So he'll know what he needs to do. It'll just come down to age. But one thing that'll offset his age is his legs. I mean, is the weight. You know, giving somebody like him an extra 7 pounds, he should have a bounce in his step. Now, once you do that at his age, it's gonna be tough to turn back, to go back down to 47. You know, it's gonna be tough to go back down to 47. So that's something that you got to keep in mind too. Once he go up there, he up there. You know, don't recommend nobody, you know, mid-30s going back down. So, but you know, Tyzu, he heavy-handed as hell, and you know, he hold his position. So you gotta walk him in this shit. You gotta throw combinations, make him pick up his feet, keep turning them. You know what I'm saying? Work the body. That's the number one thing when you fight them pressure fighters, man. That jab and that body work. Because they like to pick it up. They'll roll the head shots. They'll take the head shots. A lot of times good pressure fighters got great chins. But when you don't start banking that body, you slow their ass down. And usually guys that got great stamina too. So, but it's a barn burner for sure. It's a gift to boxing. Obviously, I mean, you want to see Spence take on Terence Crawford. I mean, it's a great cancellation prize, even when Spence get in the ring with him. It's a great cancellation prize. And today in boxing, we get a lot of those. A tremendous amount. But yeah, he gonna have to show some legs in that fight. Get on his toes a little bit. You know, but you know, first and foremost, if you got a bigger guy, you gotta get the respect. You know, I still think Jamel a tougher fight for him. But this is another interesting fight. Another interesting fight. You know, there might be some money in Australia, might be some money in America. Who knows? So, you know, Jamel said he might stay at 54 his whole career, so he might knock Tyzu off, and it's a conversation going down the drain. But I think he'd go either way. If I had a better gauge of Crawford at 54, I see what he's doing at 47. But these dudes fighting once a year, and he's staying in the gym, but they're older. They're not challenging their fast twitch muscles in the actual fight. You know, it's gonna be hard for them to stay in their prime, especially for the ones that smoke and drink and do all that bullshit. You know, who got vices and stuff. It's gonna be hard for them to preserve their bodies and stuff, and stay on top. You know, so that's why you gotta be active as possible. That's why Tyzu trying to be as active as possible. You know. But that'll be a barn burner right there. You know, him and Danny Garcia have been an interesting fight. If Danny don't get the Lara fight, that'd be interesting. I think he beat the shit out of Danny Garcia though. But it'd be interesting. You know, Tyzu, even without Jamel Charlo, might put himself in a position to make a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of noise in boxing. I bet if he could squeeze down to 47, he would. You know, I bet if he could, he would. But don't worry, a lot of 47 pounders come to 54, and you know he'll have his opportunity to get it in. But him and Crawford, to me, it's a picking fight. It's on paper, but it's gonna be about how you take Tyzu power too. You know how he be able to, you know, if you be able to take the grunt and be able to keep trucking on later in the fight. The extra weight is gonna do any older fighter some good. Any fighter's gonna do some good. It's all about how you put the weight on. Look at Terence Crawford. He got heavy legs, bro. A lot of his weight like Manny Pacquiao on his legs. He ain't one of them top heavy guys that's, you know, top heavy, you know, legs. Them legs will help you absorb punishment. Them legs was where your real strength at. The core to your legs is where your actual power coming from. That's why deadlifts, sit-ups, crunches, you know what I'm saying? Squats. That's why all that lunges, all that's important. That's where you generate power from. You know, when you moving shit or you picking up something, that's why they say use your legs. You know, that's why they say use your legs. Yeah, he one of them. He one of them. Bottom strong guys. People be thinking, oh, he light. But that's how Pacquiao made the mistake and let Pacquiao finesse them in the catch weights. Look at Pacquiao legs. They big as Chun Li from Street Fighter and shit. You know, I'm not that big, Pacquiao. I'm not that big, and very man. And he's like, oh, he's small as shit. Okay, I'll come down to, this, that, and the third and rehydrate. I'm gonna fuck him up, man. And surprise, mother effer. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, everywhere. Appreciate y'all. One time for the one time.